Welcome back to Laker Connections. It has been a long summer, but Lucas, we are back for the first episode of season 24. Woo-hoo! That's a long time. Before we jump into the first episode of Laker Sports, how we doing?
I'm doing really, really good. I'm so happy to be back on this show. I missed it. We've been doing Laker Sports for about a month now. I've called a couple games, and we haven't talked about it at all. So I missed you. I wanted to talk some sports with you. And Laker sports are very, very up and at it right now.
Yes, they are. Well, it is once again a new semester and a new school year here at SUNY Oswego. And with that comes a new year full of Laker sports. As we get now into the month of October, the fall sports are getting deeper into conference play. And before we know it, it'll be time for the postseason. Lucas, you have some exciting teams to look at this fall. Why don't you start us off with men's soccer?
Yeah, absolutely. The Oswego State men's soccer team traveled to SUNY Canton and came away with a hard-fought 1-0 win. The first half was a back-and-forth battle with both teams creating chances but unable to score. To open the second half, Canton would manage to put a shot on net early, but goalie Kyle Rose would make the key save to keep the Lakers in control. While later would be the turning point as Oswego kept the pressure on, finally breaking through with just over 10 minutes remaining when Tajay Ellis scored the game-winning goal, notching his second of the season. The Lakers would hold on for the W, picking up their first conference win and bringing their record to 2-4-3.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's a good performance. I mean, they look good so far early on. A lot of our fall sports have. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what goes on now. I mean, we're getting deeper into the SUNYAC conference play. And, you know, obviously every game's important. I know it is early, but the standings are now starting to shape up. So, I mean, every game we look at now, Lucas, is pretty important.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I will say one thing I want to talk about with this team is sometimes a lack of scoring that they do possess, but they managed to get the win here. And like I already said, first conference win for them, so a big step. And I don't think their 2-4-3 record really does them justice. However, I do think they still have a lot of improvements to make.
Well, it's the old adage that stats don't lie, but maybe they do just a little bit sometimes. Oswego women's soccer dominated at home in their second SUNYAC matchup of the season. After a tie against Oneonta in their opener, the Lakers came out strong against SUNY Canton. Oswego set the tone early, scoring 4 unanswered goals in the first half. The momentum continued after the break, with 2 more goals just minutes into the second half. Senior Jillian Bronston sealed the game with a 6th and final score. Despite a hard-fought effort from the Kangaroos, Canton could not match Oswego's play. The Lakers walked away with a commanding 6-0 victory, improving to 4-3-2 overall, and 1-0-1 in SUNYAC play. Canton falls 0-10-0 overall and 0-2-0 in SUNYAC play. Lucas, it was a dominant showing from the Lakers in this one, but what can we take away from this victory for Oswego?
I will say I had the pleasure of calling this game with Logan Weingardner and myself. It was a very, very good matchup for Oswego to really take over this season. They move now to 4-3-2. They now have a plus 500 win percentage. They are doing a very, very good job. They're averaging 2 goals a game now while limiting their opponents to just 1.11 goals per game. And I really think that they are having one of their stronger seasons in a good while. I have not seen the Oswego women's soccer team play at this caliber in a very long time. I think they have a bunch of really good freshmen that came in. Me and Logan, we saw a bunch of those players get in late into the game. Once it was 5-0, 6-0, and they played really well. So I think for Oswego, that is really, really good for their future.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to keep winning, right? You got to keep winning the SUNYAC and stay lossless. If you don't have any losses, you can't be doing bad, ain't that right?
Absolutely, yeah. We'll stay on the turf and talk about some field hockey. The Oswego State field hockey team picked up a hard-earned and much-needed 2-1 road win over Keuka on Tuesday. Keuka scored first in the second quarter, but it wouldn't take Oswego long to bounce back as freshman Gabby Curtis would quickly answer to tie it 1-1 going into halftime. Oswego carried the momentum into the second half, where it would be Ellie Castle who would find the back of the net in the 56th minute, sealing the deal for the Lakers with the game winner. Veteran goalie Sam Krauthin was strong in net, making 4 saves to secure the victory, and with the win, the Lakers moved to 3-7 overall.
Yeah, Lucas, I mean, I guess you could look at this one as it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? Now, the Lakers off at the beginning of the season weren't off to the best of starts, but they're picking it up recently now. So as you get deeper into the play of the season, the deeper you get and closer you get to the playoffs, I think it's more and more important to pick up these close victories. I think Oswego has really started to find their footing. They're starting to get there, and they're starting to get shots into the back of the net, and that's, I guess it's simply put, the most important part. You got to score goals to win games.
Yeah, like I was talking about, they have had struggles in the past. I've talked about it before, how they don't score as well as other teams, but recently they have been doing better, and we'll talk about it a little later in the preview, but I think for right now, field hockey, they're on the right track.
Absolutely. Well, Oswego women's volleyball continued their great start to the season with a 3-1 win over SUNY Poly Tuesday night in Utica. After dropping the first set, the Lakers bounced back strong, taking the next three straight. Wow, I can't read, Lucas. This has been a great day. Oh, boy. Oh, now I lost my spot. Well, this has just gone all off the rails. Senior Kelly Vuk. Oh, my God. They led the offense to 16 kills, while Priscilla McReynolds added a double-double with 15 kills and 15 digs. Setter Maya Bush ran the show with 44 assists, and Gabriella Bishop kept SUNY Poly under pressure with 6 service aces. Oswego finished the night hitting over 260, well above the Wildcats' 126, and pulled away with a dominant performance and with the win. The Lakers improved to 11-3 on the season. SUNY Poly falls to 5-6 on the season. Lucas, this is the last out-of-conference matchup for the Lakers, so what takeaways do you have from this one?
I'd simply put, I think they're the best team in the conference this year. And to correct you on the name pronunciation, it's Callie Vugteveen, who is the kills leader for Oswego. She has been an absolute, as no pun intended, killer for this team. There's a dominant front court with her and Priscilla McReynolds. That Callie Vugteveen, 155 kills, Priscilla McReynolds, 147, plus 300 between the both of them. That is just truly phenomenal and a really, really, really good spot for the volleyball team to be in right now.
Well, Lucas, I think it's time for a quick break so I can remember how to speak English again. So we'll go to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for the week ahead. You're watching Laker Connections right here on WTOP 10.
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back into the season 24 premiere of Laker Connections, your only place for all things Laker sports. I'm Kane Gerard, co-hosted by my good friend, Lucas McGarry. Now, Lucas, as we mentioned before, fall sports are in full swing, and we are getting into the later parts of conference play. We have plenty to talk about coming ahead, so Lucas, why don't you start us off with men's soccer again?
Absolutely. The Oswego State Lakers men's soccer team host the SUNY Morrisville Mustangs in a key SUNYAC matchup this Saturday afternoon. The Lakers enter at 2-4-3 overall and 1-1 in conference play, while Morrisville sits at 3-4-2 and 0-1-1 in the SUNYAC. Oswego has been strong defensively, allowing just 1.22 goals per game, the same mark as the Mustangs, but their offense has struggled, averaging a SUNYAC low 0.56 goals per game. Yes, even lower than the Canton team that they just beat. Compared to Morrisville's 1.67 goals per game, that lack of scoring punch has already led to 2 0-0 draws this season. The Lakers are still searching for their first big home win of the year, and this matchup presents a great opportunity to get it if they can find a way to break through offensively.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the stats somewhat speak for themselves with Oswego and what they got to improve. I mean, the offense has got to get better. 0.5 goals per game is just not going to get it done. So you have to get downfield. You have to get some offensive pressure in there. If you don't, it's just simply not going to work out, Lucas. I think getting down, getting more shots off, and creating more scoring opportunities could be key for the Lakers to turn this thing around. I think they have a good opportunity to do this against this Morrisville team, though.
Yeah, I mean, 0.56 goals per game is just not what you want to see. Not the right graphic, by the way. Just wanted to let you guys know. But yeah, it's for me, it's a simple scoring problem. And at the end of the day, defense does not win championships if you cannot score at all. And for us, we got men's soccer team. They have no offensive identity right now. Simply, it's just very disappointing to see, and they need to find something on offense.
Well, Lucas, the Lakers will travel out to Morrisville, New York on Saturday to battle with the Mustangs. The game will start at 1 p.m. at Drake Field, and the Lakers look to improve to 5 wins in the season while also looking to pick up their second conference victory of the season. The Mustangs are looking for win number 3 on the season and for their first conference win on the season. Lucas, again, we mentioned it time and time, it's still early in the SUNYAC season, and the standings are beginning to shape up, and this one will be important for both squads. Now, what does each team have to do in order to pick up a victory in this one?
Well, I think for the Oswego women's team, it is playing to their strengths, and for them, it is defense. They have always been really, really solid, and when I watched them play against that Canton team, they did not have any type of offense. Canton, I will say. Canton quite literally did not have any type of offense in their zone whatsoever. By the way, the Yankees just in fact beat the Red Sox. That is a huge W. Red Sox, L. But anyways,
Sweet Caroline.
We'll go right back to the Oswego women's team. They are a defensive-minded team, and they simply dominated Canton on that side of the ball. Canton had no offense. 0 shots on goal. So a really, really dominant showing from them. What is going on? That is volleyball on the screen right now. But yeah, a really, really good job. And I think for the women's soccer team, it is a really good opportunity to take on this Morrill Mustangs team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and now we'll go to field hockey once again. The Oswego State field hockey team hits the road Friday to take on Immaculata University, which I'd actually
That's a
never
cool
heard
name
before.
for a university.
Very
Immaculate?
Cool.
That's awesome.
The Lakers come in at 3-7 overall and are looking to spark their offense, averaging just 0.6 goals per game. Immaculata sits at 4-7 with a stronger scoring pace at 1.55 goals per game. But they've also allowed nearly 3 goals per contest, giving Oswego a chance to break through. It's the first of back-to-back games for the Lakers, who will face a tough turnaround Saturday with a SUNYAC matchup against Salisbury College, the newest member of the SUNYAC. And just a little blurb on this new Salisbury team. They are currently ranked number 2 in the nation. They have a 4-time national champion head coach who has been there since 1987. Wow. They currently sit at 8-1, 1-0 in league play. So one question is, how did Salisbury end up in the SUNYAC conference, just for one? But, however, for the Lakers, this could be a fantastic opportunity to them for make a statement or a test of resilience as they battle 2 tough opponents far from Oswego.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's been a few new schools that have gone into the conference. We'll get there a little bit later. But, yeah, looking at some of the stats here, I mean, so Oswego obviously behind in the goals per game. I mean, you're only averaging 0.6, and you're letting up almost 3. That's not a recipe for success. But when you're going against another team who has just about as many goals allowed per game, you got a good chance to make some noise here. And it goes for Salisbury as well. I mean, it's going to be a tough matchup for Oswego, but if they can beat the Salisbury team, it's going to put them on the map.
And I will say, out of their 10 games that this Lakers team has faced, in their first 7 games, they scored 1 goal total. In their last 3, they have scored 3 goals, which is a very, very, very big difference. And I think that is steadily improving higher and higher, and I think they are really on the good streak.
Huge improvement. Well, Laker volleyball has been phenomenal this season, currently sitting at 11-3 going into conference play. The question is, can they keep up into these SUNYAC matchups? They will get their first SUNYAC test tomorrow at home as the New Paltz Hawks soar into the Max Field Gymnasium. The Hawks will be a tough test sitting at 8-7 overall in the season. And this will be their first conference matchup for both squads. Lucas, this Lakers squad has had a great start to the season, but what do they have to do now to keep it rolling getting into conference play?
I think you just keep feeding your killers. You keep feeding Priscilla McReynolds, and you keep feeding Callie Vugtavine. And like I was very nicely informed by Michael Neckers in our break, we have to mention Maya Bush too, who has a staggering 462 assists on the season. She hit 1,000 career assists in her sophomore year, so you can tell how really good she is. But I think this is going to be a really, really good matchup for this Oswego team. And if I may say so myself, this might be a 3-0 sweep, because this team has been just simply put dominant over the SUNYAC division. They are really, really good, and I think that they have a really good shot.
Absolutely. We're going to go another quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for the winter ahead. Stick around. You're watching Laker Connections right here on WTOP 10.
Get rid of all the questions.
only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP 10.
Welcome back into the Season 24 premiere of Laker Connections, your only place for all things Laker sports. I'm Ken Gerard, co-hosted by Lucas McGarry. Now, Lucas, let's stay with our theme of looking forward to the future. We have an exciting winter season coming up, and we are going to look ahead to the winter ahead. We'll go sport by sport and give predictions of what we think is to come. Now, let's start things off with the women's basketball team.
I really liked the way that they played last year. They had a really, really good record. They went 17-10. They went 13-5 in conference. And I think that they were a really competitive team. They had a bunch of good wins. They had a couple of really, really, I don't want to say depressing, but a really couple of deep losses that I think really cut them a little harder than it should have. But they did good. They made it pretty well into the SUNYAC tournament. They unfortunately did not get the job done, but I think that their squad was really good, and they didn't lose too many players in the process from one season to the next. So I think they still have a good amount of players coming back that can help them, and I think maybe even improve the record.
Yeah, I would say it was a lot of, I don't want to say young and raw talent, but it was a lot of talent that needed time to progress. And I think this year, if they can make that progress in the offseason, I think it can translate into the season. So I'm looking at big things for this team. Obviously, we're looking at another playoff berth for this team, but we'll see. I think they make some noise and shake some things up in the postseason.
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
Let's stay on the basketball court. Let's go over to men's basketball now.
Men's basketball, yeah. They also had obviously, it wasn't as good as they have been in the past. They've had some national tournament berths. They've had a couple of SUNYAC championships recently. So obviously not as good. Pretty much identical record to the women's team. They went 17-9, also 13-5 in conference. They actually averaged 75 points a game, which was really, really impressive. But it almost just seemed like their defense was very much lacking because they let their opponents score 68.5 points per game. And obviously, those losses are where they didn't score as much. So I feel like for this men's basketball team, definitely a defensive identity was more what they need because their offense was completely fine. They had Deacon Judd, who was a SUNYAC Player of the Year as a freshman. Very, very, really high-skilled player. And I think if he really develops, he can play at a much higher level than some of these other SUNYAC players.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they lost a lot of talent going out of last year, so I mean, it was tough to replicate, national tournament. The bar was here, and I don't think the bar is much lower. I think they have a chance to run it again in the SUNYAC. They have a lot of good players, and you can never count out Coach Leone. But
100%.
Let's move over to the ice now. Let's talk about women's hockey. Now, they had the SUNYAC championship appearance. They fell to Plattsburgh, but what are we looking for in this season from them?
It's just redemption. I mean, you look at their record, 22-3-2, and they went 15-1-2 in conference. It was one of the best seasons we've ever seen by them, just flat out. It was one of the best seasons we've ever seen, and unfortunately, they lost when it mattered most. It's just simple as that. Happens all the time, no matter what the sport is, but they could not get it done when it mattered. And as blunt as that is, it's just the way it is. They averaged 3 goals. They had more than 3 goals a game while allowing their opponents barely 1 goal a game. But unfortunately, in that SUNYAC championship matchup, the lights might have been just a little bit too bright, and they completely collapsed. Their offense was not there, and Lexi Levy did everything she could, but unfortunately for them, that SUNYAC championship game just did not go the way it wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough ending for them, but I mean, they were phenomenal last year. I expect good things. They did lose a lot of seniors. It's going to be interesting to see how they did. But speaking of losing a lot of seniors, we're going to talk about men's hockey. Now, that's another team who lost a lot of seniors going into last year, and they won the SUNYAC championship. So, obviously, the bar is high. They lose to Trine in the NCAA tournament, which was a first-team appearance for Trine to be in that tournament. So, I mean, you come off a championship win for the first time in over 10 years. The bar is set high, but there were a lot of young players on this team. They brought in some new players as well. What are you expecting from a youthful squad?
I mean, we said it last year. We didn't really think this team was going to do much because they had so many players in it. We said it every single game building up to it. It takes time to build this chemistry. They're all young. They're all new. Some of these guys are from out of the country. They need to get to know each other. They only went 16-9-3, 9-4-1 in conference. That's pretty good. That's not terrible. That's a very good record, but it's not what they've been before. And then they won the SUNYAC title. So where do you go from there? You only work your way up. You see these young guys, they're still all here. You say they brought them all in. You got to win another one. That's the only thing that they can do at this point. It's just as simple as that.
It's going to be a tough test with the national champion 3 times in a row, Hobart joining the SUNYAC, as well as Skidmore, another very good hockey team. But we're going to go to another break, and when we come back, it'll be time for Laker Showdown. You're watching Laker Connections right here on WTOP Time.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
Surface is this? Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back into the first episode of Season 24 of Laker Connections. Your home for everything Laker sports. And Lucas, it is time to welcome our Laker Showdown moderator, Mr. Michael Neckers. Now, Mike, I switched this up and didn't tell you guys. Why don't you explain to the folks at home what a Laker Showdown is?
Before I explain it, I just want to comment on the hockey talk you guys just had.
Sure.
The Oswego women's hockey team was snubbed out of the NCAA tournament last year. I mean, with that record, not making it was just unacceptable. So just want to throw
Not a hot take,
my
by the
2
way.
cents.
Not a hot take. That is a correct take.
With that said, Laker Showdown is exactly as it sounds. A showdown between 2 of the best Laker sports minds this school has to offer. I don't know about that. I will give you guys 3 questions, and whatever answer I like the most for each of those 3 questions will be rewarded a point. It will be best 2 out of 3, and the winner gets bragging rights until next week, and then we do it all over again. So, it is officially October, gentlemen. And as we saw, the Yankees just win, which means it's the best time of year to be a baseball fan. And we've got all sorts of different swings over home plate. So the first one, I need you both to show me your best 450, dead center, perfect swing. Lucas?
Dude, come on.
Hop up.
Are you going to do it? That's the question. Is he going to actually get up and do it?
I mean, I can. I'm wired up.
He's going to do it.
I'm really wired up.
I didn't think he was going to do it.
Cam one.
This is terrible. I can't. I actually can't do it. I'm way
Take
too.
the mic off. I'll hold the mic.
Hold on. Let me.
That's going to sound lovely.
You know what?
Oh God.
I'm going to drag my FB over a little bit. Take it, and I go like this. I'm just kidding. Go like this. I had a really basic
I hope he
stance.
smokes his laptop.
It was just this, and then boom, and then I
follow through. Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, running out of time. Kenny's turn.
All right, my turn. Oh, I lost my IFB. It fell out.
Okay.
Well,
You're good.
it's over. Oh well, cam 3, cam. I guess I'll do it over here. I'll move. Am I wireless mic'd? I am, so I can just walk around.
Wow.
Okay, I'll move over here then.
This guy go.
All right, so honestly, I don't even think I need good form because he didn't actually swing the bat. So I'm just gonna actually swing the bat and I'm gonna win. See?
Oh man.
That's gone. See ya.
That was
Goodbye.
That was a golf swing.
He threw the baseball bat. I'll give him that.
I'm a better golfer than I am a baseball player. We know this, and I'm not good at golf. So.
Wow.
Just give him the point.
That was something.
Just give him the point.
I'm going to give Kenny the point for the bat flip alone.
Just give him the point.
I mean, just really well done. So,
Thank
Kenny,
you.
I didn't know I could bat flip into the technology we have into the studio.
Well, if it breaks, it's either me or the guy
Next
in the back.
question, gentlemen. Really easy, really simple.
Okay.
Still on the theme of baseball.
Okay.
World Series is coming up.
Oh, no.
Who's winning it? And Kenny, you're up first this time.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Don't
You know what hurts
Don't
because
get my hopes up.
I know you're going to give Lucas this point, and I'll say it so Lucas gets the point. It's going to be the Dodgers again. Yep, I said it. Dodgers got it. Go ahead, Lucas. Take it.
The Phillies are going to beat the Dodgers. It's as simple as that. The Phillies. It's it is their year. I really think the Phillies are going to beat the Dodgers. I know it's a hot take.
Well, then who's coming out of the AL?
Oh, out of the AL, it'll be. I think it'll be Yankees Phillies World Series.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I'm seeing Yankees Phillies World Series, but in terms of NL, yeah, Phillies will beat the Dodgers, but I think the Phillies just might have enough over the Phillies.
No love for the Brewers?
Over the Yankees. No, not the Brewers.
Man, that's a rough take.
A one-seeded Brewers is just such a trap to me. I feel like they're gonna get bounced in the NLDS.
Man, I'm just gonna stick with what's been working.
I hate the city of Philadelphia with every ounce of my being because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. I hate the Dodgers even more. Lucas, you take the point.
Nice.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for the show.
And now, gentlemen, we're gonna move away from sports for this last question. It's been a.
Can we both admit it's gonna be the Yankees though?
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be the Yankees.
I'm a Yankees fan.
Just want to make sure. Go Yanks.
We're gonna move away and move to the beautiful weather we've had. Maybe a little too warm for the fall, but picture the scene. Leaves are falling.
Have you been in the same Oswego as us?
The pumpkin spice is brewing. So I gotta ask Lucas, you're up first. What is your perfect fall date?
Sports show.
Yeah, and I'll keep it on the theme of sports. In my room, watching football all day on a Sunday fall afternoon. That's my fall date by myself.
Wow, that's really sad.
Depressing.
That's really
That's
sad,
horrible.
man. I'm sorry that happened to you.
No. That's the perfect thing for me to do during the fall is watch football on a Sunday. I don't know why you guys are making fun of me for it. That is literally the best thing to do.
So I guess mine's a little different, but it's really not that far off. So I guess I would, take my girlfriend out somewhere, but this place will have football on at it. So, I mean, we can think of a lot of places. Me and her personally, big Cheap Seats fans.
Okay.
Love Cheap Seats. So I'm going to say we go to Cheap Seats, and then maybe, while Bev's is still open, we'll get some pumpkin ice cream. How about that?
That sounds like a beautiful date.
And
Kenny.
maybe even, Mike, if you're lucky, I'll take you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You would take Mike.
So,
I can take you if you want.
No.
Neither of those answers were the ones I was looking for.
What were you looking for?
What were you looking for?
Date?
Pumpkin patch, apple picking.
Okay, yeah, fine, Mike. I'm gonna buy a pumpkin and then I'm gonna carve it and I'm gonna have such a light all the time. It's gonna be so cute and I'm gonna post it on my Instagram story.
I want apple cider donuts.
Hashtag pumpkin date.
Well, winner's gonna go to Kenny because he offered to bring me with him.
Oh, yeah.
I love ice cream, so gonna go with Kenny on that one.
You know he's not buying for you, right?
No, he is.
No, he's not.
Morgan's gonna buy for me.
Yeah, my girlfriend will pay for us.
Fair.
Oh, man. All right, that's all the time we got. Thank you for joining us for the first episode of Season 24 of Laker Connections. We will see you next week for Season 24, Episode 2 of Laker Connections. Have a good night.